Hey guys, in this video today we're going to be talking about the benefits of using Gmail to manage all of your work email. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to need to set up a Gmail account. Well, let's talk a little bit about the benefits. One, Gmail provides probably the most robust spam filters of any email provider out there. Number two, it's easily managed. You can use it with any other email account. So if you have a pre-existing account, but you want to use Gmail due to its spam filtering, due to the forwarding options that it allows, that's basically what we're going to try to set up today for people who are used to using the ColdwellBankerLegacy.com email. As you know, sometimes webmail can be down. There's been other issues with webmail, so we're going to try to give you a little bit more of a reliable experience while not having to abandon the ColdwellBankerLegacy.com email address. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you see on my screen, I am on Google.com. Up along the top bar, you'll see these options up along here. Go ahead and click on Gmail to get started, and then over on the right-hand side. Basically what we want to do is we want to create a new account. So in the upper right hand corner you'll see this red box that says create an account. So you go ahead and you'll go through these steps, go ahead and fill the information out, and then choose what username or what email address you want. So I could do Brandon Wells 2610@gmail.com. Oh, that's already been taken. So if you see after I click, what it'll do is it'll come up in red underneath. If your username's already been taken, it will give you some other options. Some things that I might suggest. You can try doing dot, so Brandon.Wells. I'm assuming this one will probably have been taken. Or you can do some numeric stuff at the end or come up with something creative. I don't know what you're using. You can try your name. If it's more common, it probably will not work. So I'll do Brandon Wells 4505, and that one looks like it'll work fine. Now my suggestion would be try to make it something, I'm doing it for an example here, so I'm using numbers, but I would make it something that's a little bit easier for somebody to type in. You can get creative. If you have questions, you're more than welcome to email me. So create your password. So I will create a password. Now I believe it needs to be 8 characters long. Set your birthday. So go through and set your birthday, and then set your gender. You can put in your mobile phone. Basically, Google will not use this information, but what they do is if you ever have to recapture your account, you forget your password, you can use this feature to recapture your information. And then whatever other email address you're using. So if I was using Brandon.Wells@ColdwellBankerLegacy, this will also be for account recovery. If I should lose my password or something, it'll send an email to the verification to that other email address. So now what I want to do, prove I'm not a robot, I need to type in this CAPTCHA. I think that's an S, actually. All these things are hard to read sometimes. FLNISLA 1655. We'll see if we got it here. And then go ahead and I agree to the terms of service. You can use Google, may use my account information. You can leave that unchecked if you want to. Go on to the next step. And now it'll be how you appear. So you can add a profile picture, or if you just want to skip that step for right now, you can hit next step. And voila, my email address has been created. Basically what you'll do is you probably will get an email that will come through from Google. Let's see if I can show the email that will come through. It'll probably take a second to come through. But if I continue to my Gmail account, now I just need to type in my password. And I'm in the account right now, so you can see. So it'll take some getting used to. The compose or new message box is on the left. You have your inbox, and it's basically the cool thing about Gmail. It's free. They offer you a ton of storage. They offer you 10 gigabytes of total storage, which would take you a long time to go through. Everything is archived, so even when you delete it, it'll typically stay in your archives, so it's searchable. If you need to look for a message, you can type in the search bar at the top. You can search for any term, phrase, person. It will find that information. Now, one of the things that we need to do, however, is if we still want to use our ColdwellBankerLegacy.com email because we've branded it, it's on our business cards, it's on our sign riders. One of the things that you can do is if you come over here to this gear icon in the right-hand corner and you go to settings, this is basically where all your settings for the account are, okay? So you can go through each one of these. I can cover them in detail in another video. The important things to know are the email signature, which is on the first tab, General. Fill out your email signature. If you are actively licensed, you are going to need to have at least the company trade name, which is Coldwell Banker Legacy, and then the office phone number of which you work. So if I was still working at the Paseo office, I would have office like that. That is satisfactory to the real estate commission, okay? You're probably going to want more information like your mobile phone, your email address, all that stuff, but that is satisfactory, trade name and office phone number. So then up along the top, I want you to go over to forwarding and pop IMAP. You basically can set up another email account. Actually, I think, let me see here. You actually want to go to accounts and import. That's my mistake. So go to accounts and import and send mail as. So right now, this is sending as my Brandon Wells 4505 at gmail.com. However, if I wanted email that came from here to send from brandon.wells at ColdwellBankerLegacy.com, I would just type it in there. Treat it as an alias. If you want to learn more and figure out what that's saying, what is an alias, I'm going to select no and then hit next step. Send through Gmail. You can send it through Gmail servers, which is what I would recommend. Next step, send verification. Now it's going to send a verification email to your ColdwellBankerLegacy.com account. And once that verification email comes through, what you'll do is either click on the link or you can enter the verification code. And then what's great about that is anytime you send an email from Gmail now, it comes from brandon.wells at ColdwellBankerLegacy.com. So that solves the branding issue. Now we have one more issue, and that's inside of Online Office in webmail. We don't want to have to go there to check for emails that are going to brandon.wells at ColdwellBankerLegacy.com. So what we want to do is we want to go into Online Office and we want to set our webmail up to forward to this Gmail account, okay? So I'm going to log into Online Office as my next step. And if I go over to the Webmail tab along the top right, once it loads up IceWarp, the webmail client, what you'll want to do is go up to Tools and then go to Options. And then along the second sub-menu right here, so this is the main menu, the sub-menu is right here where it says General, Default, Autoresponder, and Forwarder. What you'll want to do is select Forwarder and put in the Gmail account that you just created. And then basically what you can do is you can uncheck Keep Emails in Mailbox. And I would suggest doing that. Basically, if you have Keep Emails in Mailbox, what will happen is anytime an email is sent to ColdwellBankerLegacy.com, it will stay in the webmail system, but it will also forward a copy to Gmail. Now that can bog down the webmail system. You know, you just end up getting a ton of messages in here and a ton of messages in your Gmail. So you basically are creating duplication across two platforms. I select it as no and leave it that way. The next option is forward mail older than. So if you have a bunch of mail inside of your webmail right now, you can say forward all my mail that is older than, and if you want to say that's older than 360 days, you can forward all the messages that are in your archive. Or if you just want to say the last 30 days, forward all the messages up to the last 30 days, you can type in 30 and it will forward all of those into your Gmail account, okay? Now I did get the email just so you can see here. Congratulations on creating your new Gmail. Please keep this email for your records. It contains important verification information. That's what you're going to want to go through. So once you type all of that out and you hit OK, basically you're going to be set up. What I would encourage you to do then is go and send yourself a test message. You can do it from Gmail. So if you would go into your Gmail account, click on Compose, send yourself a test message to brandon.wells@ColdwellBankerLegacy.com. So send it to your ColdwellBankerLegacy.com test message, if I could spell, and hit send, and make sure that it pops up in the Gmail box, okay? Once you do that and you've got it set up, and you also probably want to send a message to your other email account from here to make sure that the to field, or who it's coming from, is reflective of the change we made to brandonwells@ColdwellBankerLegacy.com. So taking this backwards from the beginning, the first thing we did is we set up a Gmail account. The second thing we did is we went into settings, accounts, and import, and we added a reply to or send mail as address inside of Gmail. And then the third thing we did is we went into webmail and we forwarded our ColdwellBankerLegacy.com email to our Gmail account. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me. I'd be happy to help you in the setup or if you get stuck anywhere. And I hope this helps alleviate some of your issues with various email problems.